what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be testing out LUMI. Well, trying to get it to 1,250 trophies. It's not really a good benchmark anymore, so we're going to just leave it there. But we're about like 5 or 6 games away, so we're going to be trying it out in, of course, better matchmaking. It's trying out both star powers, gadgets, whatever, giving you guys my final inclination on whether LUMI is going to be good or not. So first impressions, it's definitely a learning curve with LUMI, which I'm really going to enjoy. Honestly, this might be my new brawler main at this point because of just how fun it is. Every single attack, you've got to be thinking about like how you can deal more damage with the, I don't know what it's called, like the axe returning back to you. You want to try and position yourself so it's always going to deal that 1,800 damage. I mean, that's going to be the first game pretty easily, but yeah, let's just jump into the next one. Okay, jumping into the next one. So as I was saying, we're going to be trying a few games in Brawl, switching up the game modes as well, testing her out in a bunch of different situations. But as I was saying, I like the kind of feeling and the kind of skill curve to this brawler because every single attack you're having to think about it. It's like an advanced call. Also, this gadget is really good. It's like a mini loose super, as you can see. That's how you want to use it. You want to cover as much space as possible with your attacks and then just pop gadget, and then they'll be slipping and sliding like crazy. So we're going to be trying both star powers as well. So this gadget, the loose super one, definitely is a better one. The fire one just deals no damage. It doesn't deal damage over time as well. So for that reason, this one is by far the better one. Even with a longer cooldown, it absolutely is the better one overall. There's just no contest there. That super's going to be good for some extra damage. One thing I've noticed, it's actually pretty hard to get consistent damage with LUMI. It feels like most of the time I'm just kind of getting outranged. It's just more kind of a pressure thing. But if you get into position, it's really difficult for the opponents to do too much. So we're going to pop our super here. Loose super is going to be a bigger one, and it's going to, of course, cover the ground for most of the time, but it's going to give us some space. Let's see if we can kill either one of them. Stu's just going to dash right back into it. We can just auto aim this Lu down, and we should be able to freeze this Mo. The thing about when you freeze them, like, they can at least shoot, so it's kind of like a weird stuff. Well, it just locks them into place. So not a full stun, but kind of is at the same time still. Right, we're going to pop gadget here just to give us a little bit more breathing space, and I should just be able to slot this in. Beautiful. Right, so that's going to be another game. We're going to play maybe a few games of Brawl, then switch game mode, so let's jump into it. Jumping into the next game then, so I'm going to switch gadgets here and then switch star power after this game because I don't really like the other star power personally. So talk about star powers. The one I'm using right now slows people for 2 seconds every single time they get hit by the returning axe, which is a very good star power. I like this one. It's not nothing broken, but look at 2 seconds slow, especially combining with your teammates is actually really good. What I should have done is just throwing out these gadgets straight away. Look, it just doesn't deal a lot of damage. At least it's a bit of area denial every 14 seconds, whatever, but it just doesn't really help you in any fight. Again, it just restricts their space, and this is a good thing about LUMI as well. It's just always restricting the opponent's movement. So you can see here, I want to pop this gadget here. There we go. We're going to pop our super and completely miss that. That is not the best. But we should be able to... okay, that was big rip. I should have actually defended that a lot better. But I'm still learning again. I'm still learning. I'm going to be playing a lot of LUMI just to learn her before she comes out in ranked. And that'll be the true test because, again, I feel like every brawler now I'm not fully understanding properly because of how bad ladder is. Before the ladder reworked, you could get a rank 35 and you could fully tell whether the brawler was like OP or not. So yeah, that's going to be... well, we're going to play maybe one game of Brawl and then switch over to the other mode. Guys, jumping into the next game then. So we're going to be trying her out in Gem Grab now because I just played a Brawl game. It lasted for like 3 minutes 30. You guys don't want to hear me waffling. So yeah, with LUMI, I'm hoping I don't have to go. Yeah, beautiful. Right. LUMI, I expect these type of maps to not be the greatest for her because, again, any sort of aggression isn't completely ideal for her from what I'm looking for. But in terms of lane control, insane lane control, insane. That's what I mean with ladder. Like, look at this bow. It's just doing nothing. But we're trying out the first star power. So the first star power, it gives you extra damage with this super, which I just don't think is really needed right now. At least this bow is feeding us a lot of supercharge, which is fantastic. One bow, feed me a bit more. I'm just going to pop gadget here because being annoying. Okay, that's hilarious. The bow mines actually come out slower. This super is so funny. Right. We're going to try and super this bow. And look, that's all it did. 560 damage. That's such a terrible star power. I can't believe anyone is thinking this star power is any good. It's awful. What does it actually do? Right, we need to be careful here because it's Leon. Do actually end up getting a kill. Okay, I just feel like I'm missing something with Lumi. Like, I swear, I bet once people figure out how to use it properly, she's going to be a really, really strong brawler. But it's star power, isn't it? I just know straight away after testing it out, even for one game, it's just not going to be any good. It's also because her super charge rate isn't exactly amazing either, so you're not going to get much value out of it. So we tested out the star power. I think she's going to be a really good gem grab brawler for sure because of that stun. You're going to be able to get good stuns onto the gem carrier. Really effective brawler here. Let's jump into the next game. Now we're going to be moving on to Heist. Of course, in Heist, she's going to be really effective because you can just spam your knuckles. I think there's some tech around it, which I completely forgot before going into this. Of course I did. But there's definitely some ways of getting some insane damage. I think she's going to be a pretty good brawler in Heist. I still think that there's just better brawlers in terms of hypercharges, etc. That are just going to be too good and too overwhelming. But once she gets a hypercharge, she'll of course be really good. So let's try and slow down this Clancy. There we go. We're using the better star power now. Gonna return and then we can just spam like that. Beautiful. Let's pop our gadget here. Okay, we've got super. Let's not waste this. We need to try and cycle with super. That's the way of playing Lumi from what I found with most brawlers, of course, but we want to try and stun someone and then take them down, and then it cycles to our next one. So of course Clancy's going to be pretty easy to take down. I'll try and use it on the Carl instead. Okay, we've got a Melody, which of course going to be really, really good. Right, let's just do this. Oh, I pressed the gadgets too late. Okay, see, I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. I've still not played enough Lumi. I've been playing for a few hours, but of course that's not enough to completely master a brawler. So we're going to have to stun the Colt here. That's... Oh. Okay, I forgot what one of my gloves were the other side of the map, so that's pretty annoying. Right, let's pop our things back here. It's going to get the kill on Carl. Probably should have just done that earlier. But I know I wasn't going to be healing up, so I was like, I'm just going to wait for as long as possible to recall those. There it goes. So good at pinching. Like, literally, one of the best things about Lumi is going to be the fact that you can self-pinch, which is just fantastic. So let's get some gloves onto the safe there. Dealing double the damage with our gadget. Of course, that's going to be really good on a game mode like Heist. I can't really see it being that effective elsewhere. Right. We're the only one with control here, so let's pop the gloves back here. Did Cole just miss both of those? Of course he did. Right, another gadget in a second. It's going to give us a bit more error denial, but again, this fire gadget is just absolutely terrible. Colt is raining a lot of damage on the safe. That dude is lagged out, which is not good. That is not good. Right, super onto both of them. Come on, we need to get them down quickly. What I should have done is waited for my super so then I could actually get some damage. There we go. Another gadget. Is that going to do much? It's going to be the Carl down. You know what? We can survive this. Okay, we can survive this. Clancy. Nice. Yeah, there's a Colt running down. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it. Okay. We can survive this. Okay, good stun. There we go. I think it's just getting used to, like, always having two pieces of ammo. Like, you can see it a lot of times, like, I'm thinking I'm going to deal some damage, and then one of my, like, I've either thrown both my knuckles, or one of them's just across the map, and it's not really dealing the damage that I want. But Lumi's going to be fantastic in Heist for absolute sure. So we've got about one more game in us, so let's jump into it. Guys, jumping into the final game, then let's talk all things Lumi in terms of how strong I think she's going to be in the meta, her best build, her best game modes, etc. So the best build absolutely is second gadget and second star power. I think she needs a shield gear because I feel like she gets outranged quite easily. So the shield gear is going to help her push more forward and into the opponents. This is what I find myself doing a lot of time with Lumi, is running into him. Of course I've got it because it's just how I get more value out of my attack. And Mandy just absolutely shredded me there. So yeah, I think she's going to be, I don't think she's going to be like game breaking or anything like that personally. I don't see it just yet. Again, I would like to try her out against some good players, but I think the range is actually the toughest thing about it. Like, trying to get in range, like, you just automatically, if you run back, you're just not dealing any damage. Like, you're not going to get any damage onto them because they're just staying out of it all the time. But if you can get into good positions like that and get a good recall, you're going to rack up some insane damage. I feel like she could be like a B-tier brawler in the meta. I don't want to overreact too much. I thought she was going to be like kind of broken, to be honest, but after trying her out a little bit, maybe not as good as it seems. Maybe I'm just getting used to her. I think once we get used to her, though, she will be a very good brawler in the meta. I don't think it's the same as Finks, guys. I think with Finks, I was kind of clinging onto the fact that his super is really, really good, and I thought I was doing something wrong with the main attack, and I was always like I thought I was doing something wrong and that I should be like sideways shooting, but it's just the fact that Finks was just terrible and inconsistent in terms of his damage. But with LUMI, I think there's a lot of potential, a lot of really big damage plays. Her gadget is really strong. Her star power is super strong as well. I think she's going to be a fantastic Brawl in the meta. I don't think broken S tier. I don't think like balanced either. I think she's to like above average. I think she's going to be B or maybe low A tier for sure. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think of her in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.